A supermarket in Caracas, empty and hollow. Many shelves have been left empty as the country struggles to deal with its worst economic crisis. In the last 3 years, the economy has shrunk by a third. The government blames US-led sanctions, but the widespread view is that this is more the result of the mismanagement of the country's vast oil resources. With little food in supermarkets, it's here where Venezuelans come to find what they need: street markets. But prices here rise fast. This farmers' market is an example of hyperinflation here. That white board there had prices which have doubled or tripled in less than a month. Take tomatoes. At the beginning of the time I was in Caracas, they were sold for 45 bolivars. A few weeks later, this had risen to 100, which is 122% higher. The same with eggs. In a matter of weeks, they became 50% more expensive, passing from 32 to 48 bolivars. Economists say that it's a mixture of shortages and the lack of production from the private sector that is affecting prices in the country.
One day you find a price, and the next day it has changed.
We have to do miracles here. I'm 92 and I have to shop around different places to find better prices.
We don't know who's in charge of this mess, but we have to eat, so we have to take this.
As I was in Caracas, I did manage to find a supermarket with some food on its shelves. But this told me another story about the country's current economy. In a country with regular shortages and incredible levels of inflation, you can also find extraordinary distortions. So take, for instance, pasta, which is regulated by the state. It costs 1 cent of a US dollar. If you walk further down the shelves, you can find other goods which you may not need on a regular basis, like, let's say, slices of Victoria sponge. But this costs 2,000% more than the pasta, which is regulated by the state. And then you have the supply chain, which for shops like these is incredibly uncertain. One day, there are no eggs, there's no milk. And another day, you can only find toilet paper in every single shelf. And shops simply don't know what to do with it. Venezuela's inflation is already mind-boggling. The IMF already thinks it will close 2018 above 1 million%. And next year, the IMF's economists think it could be 10 times higher. Vladimir Hernandez, BBC News, Caracas.